Hey drummers, I'm Brad Schluter. In this video I want to talk about why you may want to take your linear beats and turn them more into linear time fields. Now a linear beat is really just one note played at a time, one after another in a sequence or a line of notes. They're harder than normal rock beats are, so we have to spend more time working on them to internalize the coordination, the dynamics, and just getting them to groove. If you bring one of those beats to a gig, you may notice a couple of other issues with it. One of which is that since they're static patterns, they can get monotonous or repetitious fairly quickly, especially if you have to play them for any amount of time. The other is that you may find yourself feeling kind of tethered to that original beat, afraid to branch out. Because they're harder, you may be afraid that if you embellish them, your groove may get wonky, or worse still, it may collapse like a house of cards. Fortunately, taking a linear time field approach can solve both those problems. All that is taking that same linear beat, but creating a few little variations on it that are all based on the same coordination. So you really don't have to spend much more time practicing them to get them down and be able to move in and out of one pattern to the next, to the next, to the next. This creates a more fluid and dynamic approach to the music, and so when you're on stage playing with other musicians, you'll probably find that your linear playing is more responsive and also more musical. So for this video, what I want to do is I'm going to present one basic linear pattern, and we'll create a few variations on that. These variations are to include things like opening the hi-hat or adding a couple of tom notes to create sort of a faux fill. But all these variations are based very closely on the original coordination that we started with. So they shouldn't be very difficult to do or take much more time to learn. If you'd like to get a copy of the music and play along or practice these exact same patterns, just contact me through my website. I'll be happy to provide you with a copy of them. Let's get started. Here's the basic linear pattern we're going to start with. Here are the three variations of the basic pattern that we're going to do. First two involve two different hi-hat openings, and the third one involves a couple of tom notes added to the pattern. Lastly, I'm going to take a few of these variations and create a couple of two-bar patterns out of them. Now, I could have based them on the original groove. In this case, I just wanted to show you that you can also create variations based on variations where you're not really even playing the original groove anymore. But since these patterns are so closely related, it creates that time feel effect. Hopefully you found this useful, and if you'd like to practice these patterns, I'd be happy to send you a copy of the music. Just contact me through my website. Thanks for watching.